And then we go to the AEW Mudline. For the FTW title, Jack Perry took on RVD. Remember, RVD is there at the behest of Jerry Lynn, and also because apparently he's the only person from ECW that can still walk upright properly.
Should Jerry Lynn have been out there for this?
Well, he instigated it, didn't it? But then if he'd have been out there, it looked like they were ganging up on the heel, because all of the baby faces seem to have more people at ringside than the heels do.
Or on commentary, or just something. He was involved in this, and now he's no longer involved in it.
Well, he was just a means to an end. That's what happened to Jerry Lynn. We wish him well in his future endeavors. No, they can't be bothered to make this shit make sense from one week to the next, but RVD looks in a lot better shape than the Japanese legends. And you can't even say he worked an easy style in his promotion, ECW, for fuck's sake. But, I mean, again, I swear, I thought they were going to have a match, okay, and I'm not against bringing in an established veteran, legend, whatever the description, to put a new, young, up-and-coming heel over. But they did the first segment, and RVD did some of his stuff, and they go to the break, and they come back from the break. There's 3 chairs in the ring, a table set up at ringside. So what? Again, they can't even have a fucking match under these circumstances without having to do all the furniture. And then Van Dam drop-kicked Jack with a chair and puts the chair on Perry's stomach. And there's Jack Perry laying there, old Jungle Jack, on flat of his back in the ring. And RVD throws the chair down on his stomach, and Jack grabs the chair and holds it there. And then RVD turns and runs and hits the far ropes and does a forward roll and jumps up and does a cannonball and splashes the chair that Jack Perry was still holding on top of himself. And I wrote, what the fuck are they doing? And I guess then he put the chair on Jack again and went for the split-legged moonsault. But Jungle Boy rolled underneath the buckle, but RVD got stuck on the top rope and had to do an extra bounce. So by the time that he actually bounced off for the moonsault, Jungle Boy was already completely rolled out of the way, and people kind of went, ah. And then Jack threw the chair and hit the referee in the head. And boom, boom, boom. Somehow they got to the top rope while the referee's down, Jungle Boy and RVD, or Jack Perry and RVD. And Perry gouges RVD's eyes and then turned to his right and dove off the goddamn top rope and flipped through the table onto the floor, pretty much of his own volition. Did I miss something there?
No, I went back and watched that a couple of times. He was up on the top rope with RVD, and then he just decided to do a tumble-sault off the top rope to the table. He wasn't hit or he wasn't pushed. They didn't make it look like that. They didn't try to make it look like that. He just dove onto the table.
Yeah. So then RVD got down there and rolled him in and hit a splash off the top and covered him, but there's no referee. And the people are counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here came referee Aubrey Ed coming in at a full gallop and dove right in. 1, 2, he kicked out. This is where, then right in front of Aubrey. And I know that we've already established it's no disqualification. Anything goes, FTW title, but right in front of Aubrey. Perry just nut shots RVD, hits him right in the balls, grabs him and real sloppily runs him into the post. RVD took a good one. Jungle Boy didn't know how to fucking throw him there. And then rolled him up and pulled the tights 1, 2, 3. So, how old is Rob Van Dam?
I'll look that up.
And again, I'm older than he is, so I'm not making fun of him for being old. And he is a 52. Big name in wrestling. 52 years old. So, Jack Perry was just challenging for the world title and made to look weak in that build-up. And now he's just switched heel and practically needs a bazooka to beat a guy who qualifies for AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons. 52, you can get in. I did. They bumped the referee. RVD got a fall on him that the fans were able to count. Then Perry has to hit him in the nuts and post him and pull his tights to beat him. And he's not a full-time wrestler, and he's never appeared for this company before. How the fuck? And I know somebody was saying, oh, he'll get plenty of heat for cheating. The fuck? That only goes so far. That's what I thought of that. What'd you think of that?
I can't add too much more. The one positive I'll say is I think Jack Perry, as I said before, each week he leans into it a little more. He's a little more believable as this guy. The match itself, I didn't like. It just wasn't my kind of match, and we'll see what they do with Jack Perry. This is not really making me really excited to see him in Hook again.
Well, maybe they'll rematch him with RVD since it was so close this time. And then they can have a rubber match.